Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and we got some more info on the Latios Legendary Arena. We don't have the full details yet, because usually, we don't really get the full details until, the thing actually comes out. But we have enough details, I think, to start sort of thinking about it, right? Because this Legendary Arena seems like it might be the most difficult one so far, right? But also could be really easy as well. Like, it depends. Again, it depends on what your units are, what you have. But they are trying to make it, well, it's definitely the most complicated one so far. How about that? Most complicated one. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, right? So, first of all, let's go over some info that Crash gave. You know what? Actually, let's check out the info that Absolutely had first. So, again, it should be 4 stages of full force battle, not full force, 3 stages actually. A Legendary Arena, right? 3 stages, and here's, first of all, there's some rewards, decent rewards. From the mission, you get 2,000 co-op Syncorps, which is always nice, 300 gems, and then the 4, look at these names, man. Latios Challenger, Latios Foe, Latios Bane, and then Azure Eon Breaker. That metal name is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. So, as for the stages, let's just, there's nothing too interesting in the first 2 stages. I mean, they're all, the same except for different difficulty. But let's just talk about the rewards first. For the first stage rewards, you get, level up manuals and stuff, 50 gems, and then, extra 100 gems. So 150 gems plus 1 4-star power-up. As for part 2, you got, 200 gems and a 5-star power-up. And then for part 3, you get 400 gems and another 5-star power-up as well. So 2 5-star power-ups, 1 4-star power-ups, and a bunch of gems and co-op Syncorps. So, the rewards are definitely nice. So as for the stage itself, do keep in mind that the weakness of Latios actually would change as the battle goes on. But initially, the initial weakness for Latios is going to be Dragon. So again, that should change as the battle goes on, but again, we don't have info on what it changes to exactly, right? We could sort of guess, right? I mean, if we look at Latios' weakness, Latios has a lot of, it is Dragon Psychic, right? None of these, like Dragon Psychic, don't really cover for each other too much. So it got a lot of weaknesses. Already there's Dragon, so it's not going to be that, right? It's going to change to something else, either Fairy, Dark, Ice, Ghost, or Bug. Each one of these types we do have a solid striker at, right? So that shouldn't be like too much of an issue. Although, well, Fairy is relatively new. If you guys didn't pull that, then that'll be slightly difficult, I guess, if it does turn into Fairy Week. But all the other ones, we've had, old established decent strikers, Karen Houndoom for Dark, Price, even this new Steven, right, for Ice, which is a bit new. Ghost got Driftbloom, Mismagius, Mewtwo should be fine for that. Bug, we just got the Bug. Like, Bug should be the easiest. Like, everyone has access to all the new Bug Pokemon that just came out, right? Which are all, really good. Oh, well, not all really good. Scyther, of all the strikers. Scyther's really nice for that, obviously. Leavanny, Guzma, right? A lot of really good stuff at Bug as well. So, it'll change its weaknesses. We just don't know what it's going to change to. All right, as for some other stuff, so this is a 3v3 battle, which is, you don't see that too often with Legendary. I mean, the first 2 never had any 3v3. It was all just, 3v1s, right? And this one has Latios and Dragonite and Salamence on the sides. So the 2 sides, Dragonite and Salamence, which I would assume are all Dragon Week as well. Just because it says weakness is Dragon over here, I'd assume that's like the overall stage weakness when you look at the stage details, because or else we would know what the other weaknesses are, but that's just me inferring, right, on this data. As for their stuff, right, they've got different types in terms of attacks. Dragonite's got fire, ice, and flying attacks. Salamence got ground and rock, and then Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Latios has different attacks as well. Phase 1 is Dragon, Phase 2, Normal, Water, Electric, and Phase 3, Ice, Ground, Psychic. So this is a lot of coverage on the opponent's team, right, which could be slightly problematic for whatever tank you're running, because, even like the strongest tanks, when they take a super effective hit, like, you're going to take a lot of damage. So that's going to be a slight issue there. So, anyways, let's go into some more details in terms of their moves and all that stuff from Crash's info, right? Again, this is not exhaustive yet. This is, what we've have so far. Here's Latios's moveset. So Latios has like stuff like Draco Meteor, Icy Wind, Twister, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Telekinesis. And then as for Latios' passive, we got Grand Entry 3, Wise Entry 3, and Lesson Poison 10. So this is good. At least it means initially. I mean, hey, it doesn't have Wide Awake. If the unit on the opponent's team does not have Wide Awake, then it's Serena time, right? It's Serena time. It doesn't have Wide Awake. Serena, Agatha, Ramos, Tech Victory Bell, time to put them to sleep. Or Flinch, right? With Acerola, this new Steven, the old Steven, right? All the other Flinch units. There you go. Crash Awake, whatever, Sharpedo. Flinch time, sleep time, either one of these should be very, very effective here. Obviously, probably the most effective would be Delphox just because it puts 3 to sleep at the same time at once. So there's that. As for these two, I mean, it's just straight up stat flips, not, just too interesting. I mean, it's effective against us, right? But what can we do, right? Dragonite's initial moveset, Surf, Hurricane, and Heat Wave, and Dragonite's initial passives got all ramped up 1. +1 special attack to all allies when a move is... Wow! That's a guaranteed +1 every time? Alright, so Latios is gonna really easily get to... Okay, here's what I mean by... I think this time they're making a very, very complex stage. Because they are... even though they still give us the lane of flinching and sleeping, they are shutting down some other lanes, right? For us. They're trying to make it so, the opponents... switch attacks, switch type attacks every time they go down a bar or whatever. So it causes some different SEs for your tank that you're trying to deal with, which is obviously, problematic, right? It does seem like they're trying to make it so that it will be harder for folks to 3v3 a team, right? Or a stage with only one team. Because, I mean, they did let folks use 30 units on these, right? So it does seem like they want folks to use more units to beat these. As for some other stuff, as you can see from Dragonite's passive, all ramped up. And also Salamence's Berserker, +2 attack to self when move is successful. It does seem like they're also trying to neutralize the folks who are going into the stage and using debuffs on the opponent first. So, they just throw in a Suicide Squad that just goes in and just completely debuffs the whole, opponent's team. Folks have been doing that with Cobalion, with Entei, right? Throw in, Gramble or whatever. Who else? I don't know. Heal-less, lower their speed, whatever. Lower their defenses, special defenses. And then you use your, actual team and go deal damage. So it looks like they're also trying to neutralize that as well. And they also have a lot of type coverage here, right? And a lot of AoE moves, type coverage. So it does make it tough for, certain strikers as well, especially those who don't have the best defenses. So yeah, they are trying to make it as difficult as possible. Or I won't say difficult because again, I don't actually know the actual difficulty, but it does seem more complex, right? As for the other stuff, Dauntless and Dragonite, it's kind of whatever. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Rock Slide. That's a big one, right? Salamence initial passes, Berserker 2 is +2 attack to itself. When move is successful, Terrify 1, basically Intimidate, and then Headstrong, which is, Headstrong to Dragonite's Dauntless. So it does seem like Dragonite's going to be special, and Salamence is going to be physical, with these movesets, right? So looking at these AoE moves, some of these could be problematic. Icy Wind. I can't remember if Twister was an AoE or not. And what else we got? Surf, Hurricane, Surf, Heat Wave, Earthquakes, and Rock Slide, right? So just looking at these weaknesses. First of all, Icy Wind. Icy Wind, it's okay-ish. It's not the biggest deal in the world. But Icy Wind could definitely be an issue, right? Garchomp's weak to ice. Haxorus' weak dice, Dragonite's weak dice. These are like really big ones that folks will probably be using in this stage, right? Also Palisand, Victory Bell. These two are also huge as well, right? And let's see what's the other ones we got. Surf, right? Surf. Whoops, that's water type, not water weak. Surf Steelix is a big tank that folks would be using. Torkoal, Torch, basically, a lot of these fire types, right? Ho-Oh, Lycanroc, Sawzall would be a really, really good flinch unit as well. Yeah, all these fire types, Tepig / Emboar. And then we also got Heatwave. I keep on clicking the type. Heatwave, Vileplume, that's good tank. Leavanny, which again, if they are bug weak in the later stages, that could be problematic. Aegislash, right? And Pinsir, whatever. I don't know. People are not going to use Pinsir. Pinsir's not that great. I'm talking about obviously Striker Pinsir, right? But Tech Weeping Bell, right? That's definitely another big one folks could be using. I think the other ones were Earthquake and Rock Slide, right? Earthquake. This is Rock Slide, actually. This is Rock type, but we'll go over it. Swanna, that's a huge one. Although, yeah, man, it's even worse for Swanna just because it has like both Rock Slide and Stone Edge. I still think people are gonna run it just because Swanna is just so incredibly powerful, right? But some other users probably don't want to run Rapidash, Charizard. That's another big one, right? Even though it's not weak to fire, folks use it anyways. Striker Scyther, and as for ground weak, Delphox is, you don't have to worry about Delphox. It puts the opponent to sleep. So as long as it doesn't get, it will probably gain more passives as the bar goes down. I would expect it to get like stuff like Wide Awake and was it Steadfast or something, the anti-flinch one. Once the HP, the gauge goes down, what was it called again in this game? Because passives are different. Unflappable. All right, cool. But yeah, maybe in the later stages. Again, it depends on how it goes. Anything else in here? I think that's, I guess nothing. You don't have to worry too much about the ground weak ones then. But yeah, those are definitely some stuff to keep in mind. I do wonder how strong the sides are going to be. I would expect them to be like much stronger than, or at least more tankier than your regular sides, or else their scheme or whatever probably won't work if they're just like regular side mons get taken out by 1 or 2 hits, powered up 3 gauge moves, and then it's kind of whatever, right? But if it is actually powerful, that actually could be a problem, right? So anyways, that's all the details we got right now for the Legendary Arena. So interesting stuff. Hopefully it lives up to the hype, right, in terms of difficulty and stuff. And I really want that badge, or medal. That medal looks really, really nice, right? Is there a picture of the medal somewhere here? I don't know. I really like. I like Latios. I like Latios a lot. There it is. The Latios one. I like Latios. Latios is cool. So, anyways, again, that's been this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel for some more Pro Masters content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.